Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back and it is time for another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 Probot cast. You guys keep on hitting that like button and saying more bots. So here are some more bots we have got in the top left. It's going to be none other than Sajuuk. And in the top right, it's MicroMachine. I literally just did my video for me playing against MicroMachine the second time, and I thought, you know what? Now let's cast a MicroMachine game. I didn't know that Sajuuk is a cool bot as well, so I thought this could be a fun one for us. And yeah, let's see how this one's going. Stargazer's AI edition. And if my New Year's resolution was to cast more StarCraft, I think I'd be doing a pretty good job so far. If you guys have any bot replay cast suggestions, like if you're a bot author, that kind of thing who watches these videos, feel free to send me a cool replay of your bot. I appreciate that. You can do that in the Discord down below. And now as we watch this build go underway, normal opening here for Sajuuk. MicroMachine going for a Reaper expand. This is interesting because this is a different build that MicroMachine went for me, but I suppose this is more of a TVZ build than a TVP build. Orbital command now on the way for MicroMachine, Reaper on the way, and yeah, things are fairly normal so far. You really couldn't tell aside from the APM counter. Well, even with the APM counter, some pros use macros and stuff, but yeah, it looks fairly similar to a human game at this point, and that's the best thing about these bots developing more and more and more. Their gameplay just looks better and better every day. Now MicroMachine dropping that big old mule, getting that out on the way, a Marine on the way, following up this Reaper, which is crossing the map, and we're gonna see which one of these two bots comes out head to head. It says MicroMachine has won 100% of their encounters. Prepare to get crushed. It doesn't say how big of a sample size that was, and seeing as how it's a new season, that could literally just be one game. There's also the tag for MicroMachine, early expand, which makes sense, seeing as how it went for an early expansion. The Reaper of MicroMachine is working away on a drone. It is able to get one of them. We'll see if it can nab up a second. It picks off a Ling, so it's busy with those. That would be a tough behavior to program into a Reaper, I imagine, so that it targets drones while Lings are chasing it. How successful something like that would be, I'm not sure. MicroMachine gets some pretty good efficiency, it seems, just from shooting the Lings and running. Let's see, is it going to kill that Ling? Kill it! It's so low! It's so low! Oh, grenades it! Doesn't kill it! Now it's dead, there we go. MicroMachine collecting skulls. We see this Reaper was able to spot the Roach Warren of Sajuuk, which is very much an early Roach Warren, so MicroMachine will have to deal with that. A lair on the way at the natural as well, interestingly enough. I like that positioning. This Reaper still being a pain. The Queens really aren't helping pursue this from Sajuuk. They're attacking it, but they're not really pursuing it. These Queens, that is interesting behavior there from Sajuuk, that they're not grabbed up in the defense against this. This Reaper has killed all but one of the Zerglings. It is getting pretty low though, so we'll see if it escapes or not. It is going to jump down this cliff here. There shall be no escape, so it decides to bounce down there to safety. And now we have a Roach Warren on the way here for Burrow on the way with this Roach Warren. So we're going to be seeing potentially Burrow movement off of one base from Sajuuk. This is like the one basiest one base of Roaches. Whether MicroMachine is going to be able to deal with this or not, that's a different question. We see MicroMachine has floated its base down here. It hasn't mined the minerals. Oh dear. MicroMachine scans. Oh no, Stargazer's messing up MicroMachine. This is something that a lot of bot authors have to take into account, but it just hasn't happened yet. As the MicroMachine, now the second AI we've seen, wants to take the space, but doesn't. Oh, but there we go. Okay, so it does actually start mining those minerals. Whether that was intentional mining behavior or not, I'm not too sure, but that SDV does mine that mineral patch. So I wonder if MicroMachine has a check for that. If it does, the scan was still a mistake. I guess it was looking for a burrowed Ling or something like this. There we go. Yeah, this SDV, it hits this mineral patch, then it bounces to that. I wonder if that's intentional behavior or not, or if this is just from the SDV's long distance mining. This could be interesting to watch. Starcraft bots, it's funny how the most interesting thing, it's like the most not interesting thing. MicroMachine keeps clicking on this command center, it wants to land it. Let it go down. Let's see, there's one mineral patch there. It's hard to see. Can rotate the camera. There he is, officer. There he is. Scan goes down a second time, burning that energy of MicroMachine. It's just a mineral patch, MicroMachine. Not what you want. And yeah, the SCVs, it looks like it might have been a bit of a fluke that it mined from that one mineral patch. We'll see if MicroMachine is going to be able to mine that other mineral patch. While this is going on, though, MicroMachine is going for a push against Sajuuk. We'll see if Sajuuk can deal with this. A late third base is going to be shut down, completely killed, I believe, there. No scan energy, seeing as how it's all been used trying to take that base when it really didn't need to. Stop hiding and fighting and hide insects, says MicroMachine. Cancel offensive. The Terran AI is pulling back with its mighty army, I'll say. This was quite a good attack from MicroMachine. Having Stimpack done already. I love it when AI uses Stimpack and Medivacs. Command Center still not taking this base. MicroMachine may need some updates for Stargaze. It's going to be interesting. This is a really good tell for what bots have been updated and what ones have not for this season. And I think it's safe to say MicroMachine has not been updated. I guess this is the thing that more affects Terran bots, like a Protoss bot just won't be able to expand there and may expand elsewhere. Same with a Zerg bot. Terran bot can just keep its command center floating here all day. Another base is now on the way for MicroMachine though, so it will eventually get up an expansion, all the while going for an attack. Much lower supply though compared to Sajuuk, and this is a lot of roaches, so MicroMachine does need to get the heck out of Dodge. The Terran AI is now in retreat, but oh boy, that's a lot of roaches. And Sajuuk is just building up more and more off of 2 bases, which is insane. This is ridiculous. The roaches should eventually move out for an attack, and I'm not sure MicroMachine will be able to stop this. There is a lot of siege tanks out, 4 in total it looks like. That is one of MicroMachine's strengths. Tanks getting set up, one getting sieged up on the high ground, so that's real good. This base is going to finish up at the natural soon enough. A Raven's on the way. Interestingly enough, I'm wondering what that's going to be used for. Oh, there's those burrowed roaches, so we need to see that Raven pop out as soon as possible. The roaches that are unburrowed, though, are eating a lot of siege tank shots, and this is actually a great defense from MicroMachine. Not a ton of roaches are dying due to their burrow, but the tanks are actually finishing off quite a few. Those roaches and their burrow behavior is not clutch enough, and what a great game this is. No scan here, but any roach that unburrows really is being gunned down like it's nothing. And great defense from MicroMachine. Relaunch offensive. I love these tags. 102%, 30 allies supply versus 4 enemy supply. Not always the most accurate, but it's working on partial information. Now we see MicroMachine picking off those roaches as they unburrow. No scan, but there is that Raven on the way. Where is that Raven hanging out? See, gosh darn it, MicroMachine. Come on, MicroMachine, get it. Get yourself together. As that command center is still floating there. We'll see if it can win the game regardless. As Sajuuk is definitely a little bit behind here. I feel due to the opening, the roaches are good, but the siege tanks are far superior, and these marauders with their concussive shell just constantly trading against roaches that are burrowing and unburrowing. It's all good for the roaches until they run into the siege tanks, and that's exactly what they're doing here. That is not pretty. Big bang boom, all the roaches are doomed. 4th base and 3rd is up for Sajuuk, so that is good to see the bot expanding and not just chilling on its weird 2 bases. MicroMachine, though, now with its natural base up, is mining properly. It's even using that refinery bunker gas trick. This base seems like it will never be mined out unless somehow we reach super duper long distance mining. In theory, eventually the bot may mine out these mineral patches long distance. Offensive has been cancelled. Did MicroMachine lose some tanks there? No, not really. Just the one dying there. The rest of them, I guess, they're chilling back there. The overall supply, though, for the Terran bot is still not that high. These roaches unburrow, they pick off that tank. These 2 tanks may get some shots off, but it looks like they will perish. Yeah, the roaches burrow underneath the tank. That is great behavior there from Sajuuk. And yeah, burrow underneath that tank and then go kill it. Save yourself a bit of pain. MicroMachine is under a lot of aggression right now. There's another siege tank popping out. This Raven is coming forward, so the burrowed roaches aren't going to be nearly as effective. Well, effective at all, really. And Sajuuk is being shut down here, it looks like. It's a little scary for MicroMachine. The supply is drastically in favor of the Zerg bot. But if the Zerg bot just trickles in here, MicroMachine should be fine. This one tank on the high ground really being very clutch. And MicroMachine, oh my gosh, it landed it! Oh, yay! Oh, I'm so sad we missed it. But yay, good job, MicroMachine. I guess it landed the base and then mined the mineral patch. We may have to rewind to see when that eventually happened, but MicroMachine at least has a base with some long-distance mining, so that should actually be a bit of an income boost for the Terran AI, which is very important, seeing as how it's down in workers and about half the mineral income currently of the Zerg AI. This bunker is not for units to hide in. That was a gas mining bunker. MicroMachine having to hold on the high ground, getting incredible trades with these siege tanks. How many kills does this tank have? 20 kills. That is a lot of dead roaches, all the while Sajuuk just doing its best pro gamer Zerg impersonation by spamming roaches across the map. And now we see MicroMachine being pushed off its natural. The roaches are coming up the ramp. There's so many are dying, but the actual supply of MicroMachine is quite low in the army. 18. It's basically these two tanks. We're seeing more Marines go down. If one of these tanks dies, that would be tragic. Sajuuk is still just rallying in these roaches, getting another base on the way, though, so it can really keep doing this for quite a while, as those roaches will have to retreat. The Banshee is huge for MicroMachine. This base under fire. That poor Marine gonna go down. He tried his hardest to make the push happen. These roaches are picking off some of the SCVs, which are trying to bog up the line, and they're actually doing a great job, but they are starting to get picked off by these roaches. The cost efficiency of MicroMachine on this one tank is ridiculous. This one tank is paid for itself like 20 times over at this point. Siege tank shooting away on these roaches. More and more SCVs are dying. MicroMachine is constantly producing as many units as it can, though. This ramp cannot be broken by Sajuuk there. And that is another crux of Starcraft 2 AI. It's hard to tell a bot how much exactly it should build up before pushing up a ramp. And Sajuuk's not doing horrible. It's at least getting some trades off. This tank is under fire once again. SCV's coming in clutch, though, with the repair, keeping the commander siege tank alive. And MicroMachine actually getting up a fourth base during all this, which is insane. And the Zerg bot is still just giving it. But MicroMachine's now getting out a battle cruiser. The Banshee has been trouble enough. How many kills does the Banshee have? 25. So in a contest with the siege tank at this point, to see how many roaches they can kill, the answer is 173 between the two of them at this point. These other tanks have been helping out too. But nonetheless, it's still quite insane how many units of MicroMachine have died. Eventually, the Sajuuk bot is going to want to build these roaches up together. Roaches burrowing and retreating now, but a scan goes down. There's the Raven there as well. Marauder may get picked off. Yes, it does. So the Roaches still trading out with some success, but not nearly high enough success. These Roaches finding some SCVs at the fourth base. That is good for Sajuuk, hurting the economy. The gas is the main bottleneck of Sajuuk here, and no gas at any base except the main and the natural. This bot, it could have potentially made 10 more drones and been making a thicker stream of roaches crossing the map. But, I mean, we still don't know who's going to win this game. Right now, it does look pretty good for MicroMachine, unless Sajuuk elects to eventually make a corruptor or two, because there is now a battle cruiser out. And, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, roaches do not kill battle cruisers. They're going to try by making the battle cruiser overheat from firing its guns so often. What's a battle cruiser gun called? An ATA laser battery. That's the answer. An ATS laser battery. Pardon me. Siege tank gets picked off. Oh no, was it the commander? Oh, I think that was the commander that died. Well, the main commander. So that's very tragic. We see MicroMachine now having a Zerg hatchery put on its base. This could be problematic for Sajuuk if it does try and send all of its drones towards this base. So this base may not survive for too long. More roaches on the way, another queen on the way, interestingly enough. I wonder where she's going to go. Is she going to go to one of these new bases? We shall see. A queen at every base is the behavior. The mineral bank for Sajuuk is slowly growing. There is no plans to make a corruptor or a spire just yet. And Sajuuk really has its mind set on this happening. Creeps getting spread all over across the map. There is indeed a queen out working away on that command center. The trades The trades, 8,000 resources lost to 24,000. You think it, like, that's horrible, but that's actually better for Sajuuk than it really could be. The way that it's been just trickling in roaches. At least it's been getting something. Keeping MicroMachine at 100 supply. Sajuuk coming in, more and more roaches charging forward. Eventually the battle cruisers will not be contested, though we see more queens on the way. I wonder if this is a response to the air units or not, or if these are just for the hatcheries that have been newly produced. That gold base is taken, but the minerals are not really what's going to be needed. We'll see if when these gas geysers run out, if there's going to be another one taken by Sajuuk, or if that is just going to cut the roach trickle. That has mined out. There we go, another extractor on the way. So the plan for this bot is just to do this off of 2 gases indefinitely, basically. And in theory, MicroMachine should win this eventually. The gas trickle is just too low to build up a high supply, which is unfortunate, as there is a lot of resources at available for Sajuuk. But in the end, it's just like, there's too darn much, or not enough Zerg roaches here. Yeah, too many air units, too many tanks for Sajuuk to overcome this. If it made however many queens you can make with 4,000 minerals, that may be enough to push across the map, but MicroMachine seems to be winning out here, going up in supply. Sajuuk not taking any more gases, which is unfortunate, it seems, but you understand the reasoning why a bot author programs a bot like this. Like, this bot probably has a pretty high win percentage against other bots. It just happens in these one situations, which MicroMachine turtles and pulls back and repairs, that Sajuuk falls short. And that is the tough thing as a bot author, to make it so that your bot, quote-unquote, realizes when it needs to change up its behavior. But who knows, never changing your bot's behavior might lead to the higher win percentage overall. In individual cases like this, it's not too hot, but Sajuuk still really put the pressure on MicroMachine, still delaying the 4th base. This creep tumor getting shot at a little bit by this one Marine. The Zerg coming forward with more and more units here. Queens are crossing the map, but they just want to spread creep. They're not going to be able to do this. Roaches are getting on top of some of the tanks, but there's way too many tanks now here, it would seem. Supply for MicroMachine is going up as the trade has slowed. The battle cruisers really being the clutch element. Queens and queens are on the way, but it's not like it's mass queens here for Sajuuk. And that would be a cool behavior. Pretty easy for the bot author to make work in these type of situations. Say, oh hey, if I'm floating more than 2,000 minerals, make a few queens. That kind of thing, and send them to the front line. Who knows, maybe that would have been what would have been needed for Sajuuk to break this. That would be a good option, I feel. Guess some drones died, as 4 more are on the way. Probably just going to get back up to that 70 mark. An extractor ran out, but Sajuuk's starting that up. That's another thing that the bot author could do to improve this bot. In this specific case, it's a great bot nonetheless. Make it so that it starts up the second or the replacement extractor just a little bit before this one runs out. Keep that roach production continuous when minerals are the bottleneck. Easier said than done, though. All implementation and such of code is a lot of work, particularly if Sajuuk only has one game like this every 1,000 matches or something. But yeah, I think it's pretty clear which bot's gonna falter here. You gotta give it to Sajuuk. How many roaches have been made? 323 roaches have died so far this game, and I get the feeling we're not quite done there. But yeah, let's see. MicroMachine just pumping out these units. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. We don't need to see roaches trickling indefinitely. It was close though. MicroMachine was real close to dying. Great to cast another game between these two awesome bots. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, hit that like button. If you made it to the end of the video and you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I put up a new video. Join the Discord, which is linked down below. You can find that. And there in the description. And if you want to become a YouTube member to support this more niche content, that's an option there. Just click the join button down below. And yeah, we wait for MicroMachine to mop up Sajuuk. Sajuuk has got the minerals. That bank is slowly running out. But making lots of drones, that's where those minerals are going. Trying to hit that 70 drone mark, presumably. I don't think that's going to happen, though. MicroMachine, well done. Well done, bot. MicroMachine at a casual 50,000 APM doing this. Well done, bot.